So guess what, guys? Yes, I got 3 Portugal visas for a family going for tourism in Portugal. Of course, Portugal visa at times, quote and unquote, it's difficult to get, but I was able to get 3 visas all at a go, even without travel history. So this video is for you if you're trying to apply for a Portugal visa or if you're trying to apply for a Schengen country. So please watch. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Visa Talks with K. So guys, yes, I'm happy that you guys are finding my video very useful. Just keep dropping your comments and email. I'm very open to help. Yeah, so today we'll be going into the Portugal visa application process. So I'll be sharing with you how I successfully got tourist visas for a family of 3 to visit the beautiful country of Portugal. And so if you're planning to visit Portugal, you're planning a Schengen trip generally with your loved ones, or you are a solo traveler, this video is for you. So let's get started. Okay, so guys, this is how it all started. So the first step to every visa journey is research. So we started by visiting the official website of the Visa Application Center, VFS, to gather the current requirements and the processes for obtaining a tourist visa, right? So if you need full details of what documents you need to prepare, actually I've made a video before now on how to apply for a Portugal Schengen visa, so you can watch out for that. You can watch that video rather for more details. So the video will provide you good information on all the documents you need to gather, and basically, so I don't need to start talking about them here, right? Because I have a video, like I said already, about that. So just watch that video. You get all the documents, even the processes, even some tips for you to save cost is in that video. So go and check that video for those details. So yeah, so after you've gathered all the documents like we did, the next thing is to proceed to the booking of appointment on the VFS portal. Well, I must say that this part was actually taxing, because when you go to the VFS portal, you're always met with no dates, so you have to keep checking until you get one. So luckily, we got 3 slots for that family member, and we were able to book it so that they can proceed for their visa submission. So yes, after the visa submission, right, it took 3 weeks for the passport to be released, and of course, the always joyful part of it is that after the passport was released, all the family members were issued their visas. It was quite taxing, because because one had a travel history, the other does not have. The other 2 family members had no travel history at all. They haven't traveled before, but we were able to get the visas for all family members. And so I'll be sharing with you the common tips, or the tips or the tricks we used in getting this visa application for these family members. So yes, coming from the general perception that the Portuguese embassy have higher visa rejection rates, it was quite such a relief that we got those visas approved for those family members. So here are some tips I used to get this visa out. Again, I mean, these are not guarantees, these are just an accumulation of experience so far in terms of handling visa application processes. So first, make the trip a special plan. So what we did for this family was to make the plan of the trip coincide with the memorable date for the family. So the trip was planned to happen during the Valentine period, so that the family can so declare that they want to celebrate their love relationship during that period, and their choice destination is Portugal. So in fact, just to also let you know that the embassy so agreed to this proposal that they granted the visas to fall between the particular period the family members had requested for it. So the visa duration was between February 10 to March 3rd, 2024. So that clearly shows that because the family had requested for a specific time, then the embassy clearly obliged their request and granted them that visa duration to coincide with their visiting period. So in essence, ensure that you have a significant reason that you want to visit a country. I mean, Portugal in this case, or any other country you are trying to apply for, aside just saying that you're going for tourism, because this oftentimes keeps sounding like a cliche, because everybody's, oh, I'm going for tourism. Be specific, be deliberate about your plan to visit. So ensure that it coincides with a special plan, basically when you are trying to apply for a visa. Okay, yeah, so another trick, another tip we used in this application process was that we attached a cover note, which is, of course, in every of my video I always mention and portray that you need to always have a cover note. You don't just submit your application believing that or hoping that the visa officer will just read through it and be impressed with the documentation. Aside the documentation, particularly for applications that don't have interviews, right, you need to attach a cover note that would explain clearly what you're going to do in that country you're applying for. So yes, on this application, once we've set the special date, we included the cover note to include why the family was visiting at that time. So it was a 2-pager cover note. We also listed the places they'll be visiting, right? So it wasn't just we want to visit so. We also listed those specific places and the dates and the time allotted for each of their visiting time while they are in Portugal, when they're in Portugal. So that was what we did. So interestingly, we even quoted a very recent YouTube vlog. So there was a recent vlog made by a Nigerian YouTuber, Tayo Aino, about Portugal. So we watched that vlog, and we actually put the link of that vlog on the cover note as evidence to say, okay, they've watched the video is very interesting, so we arose kind of their interest in visiting Portugal. So we clearly articulated all this information in the 2-pager cover note that was submitted to the embassy. So basically, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say here is that you have to be versatile in drafting your cover letter, so that it looks more convincing for people, for the visa officer that wants to approve it. Okay, so you can see that we didn't just give information around the visit. We also did a bit of research to find attracting points, because that video was actually putting Portugal in a brighter light. So as a tourist, I've watched the video, I'm interested, then I want to apply. So you can see the logical placement of all these facts. So it gives the visa officer treating your case a better understanding of your preparedness. You've really prepared, you've really researched to visit the country. So that is what we included in that application. So another thing that I picked as an enabler of this visa being issued was that the travel history component was considered for the family. So one unique thing here is that this family, right, only the husband had previous visits to a Schengen country. So he had a previous travel experience, just one previous travel experience to the Schengen area, while the rest of the family had no visas at all. So we were very, very worried about that in terms of, because we've seen cases where they just give the principal applicant or the person with travel history and refuse others, right? So we were just quite optimistic that his visa travel history would cover for the family members, and of course, yes, it did, right? Because they all got their visa. So the thing with travel histories is that they become handy, very handy, right, in Schengen visa applications. But then, like I said, there have been cases where one person's travel history does not rub on the others. But again, so basically, so travel history was quite good enabler for the visas to be issued for these family members. So yeah, so if you don't have travel history, well, don't worry. Because I know travel history is always a point when you get refused for visa. So I will be making a video. I'm currently making the video right now on how you can better place your travel history, in a better way that you would not be impacted with refusals based off of lack of travel history experience. So yes, I believe that video will be very helpful for persons looking for how to build their travel history from scratch. So watch out for that video, right? And also I know that most times, like I tell people, right, if you're trying to apply for a visa, you shouldn't just wake up one morning and say you want to apply for a visa. I always advise people, it's a systematic approach. You can even plan 1 year, towards your visa application, so that at the end, when you get it once. You don't just wake up one morning and say, tada, I need to go to Canada, tada, I need to go to UK. No, you have to plan. So in that video, I will be giving you quite details of what a travel history looks like and how you plan for it based off of my own personal experience, because of course I've been refused visas before. But when I was able to learn the travel history trick, my visa application subsequently, I was getting approvals, for whatever country I wish to apply for. So yes, one other important thing is the proof of home ties rather. So so for this application, that was also helpful because we also provided strong proof of home ties, since all family members needed to travel at the same time, so they will not think that they are trying to run away and not come back. So we didn't just provide copies of house documents in their name, we also added copies of previous utility bills issued in the family name, and the address was same with the address of the house properties. So this automatically validates that the house is theirs, right? So we didn't just submit property documents, right? We submitted property documents, and we also got utility bills, power utility bills issued in the principal applicant's name, that's the husband's name, plus the address. So that utility bill validates that yes, the house is existing, right, and it is also a current one. So obviously everything placed together, it proves that that property is their own in essence. So of course, employment document, family relationship document, bank birth certificate, marriage certificate, family pictures, business certificate, shares, investment documents were all added, right, to boost the home tie essence, like so that they would not think that once they go they would come back. So all these documents provided the necessary proof of home ties for the family as they applied for their visas. So yeah, that's all the practical tips we used in getting these visas, in addition to providing all other statutory documents as required by the embassy. So remember to watch my previous video, like I said, on how to apply for a Schengen visa, so that you can get all the requirements I've not mentioned in this video in terms of what you need to submit for a Schengen visa application. And also, like I mentioned earlier, there were some tips, particularly for Nigerians, that I had mentioned on the video that would make you save costs. So watch out for that video and ensure you go through it. Yes, so guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe for more educative content, and I look forward to sharing another insightful content with you very soon. Bye bye.